one day in a Discord, somebody said one day we'll just enter Turtle Rock and actually be in Norfair, and lo and behold, we can't do that, but we can do something very similar.
Yeah, definitely. All right, and as you see, we are getting started. Every time you start this combo randomizer, you will always begin at SMZ's ship here in Criteria. That's simply because Super Metroid may require some people may want to go in and change controller settings within Super Metroid. So that menu at the beginning gives you that option.
Yep, and there are no options like control options for Link to the Past, so no reason to start there.
All right, and an E-Tank at Link's house to get us started. It's a nice find.
Somebody asked him what the words at the top of this Metroid screen mean. That is purely what that is called is a seed a seed identifier. It is not the seed, as that's part of the file name. It is just a semi-unique code to basically just assure everyone is racing at the same thing. They're not completely unique. After a couple thousand ROMs, eventually they'll be identical.
Yes. All right, so our uncle item today, no weapons, just some rupees, and an extra 300 just next to him. That's really nice find early on.
Yeah, this randomizer is usually quite money starved, so this is a welcome change.
Even more money from the tree pole. Why not?
Very good.
And Andy finds our first Super Metroid item as far as the ammo required, power bombs, which can be used for morph in place of morph bombs once we find that morph ball.
Why do they jump into the water at the start of LTTP? To check the item on the...
Like Hylia Island?
Yes, the island.
Yeah, and I think it was just a big 20, so don't imagine that they'll be heading back to pick that item up today.
It also has the odd side benefit. So originally a lot of people kind of were saying, and even good players who know a lot about these two games, thought that the randomizer was causing a strange thing where the game was setting your tree pole kills to higher. Turns out it was just a misconception because everybody was doing the same thing at the start of the game. Checking like Hylia Island, Octorok Rocks count as an enemy killed. So people were just incrementing their tree pole count without realizing it. And that's what was happening. So it has the added benefit of you're able to check a higher tier of tree pole than you're normally able to.
And talking about tree poles, somebody in chat's mentioning, are you sure they're playing the same seed? Andy's tree pole only gave rupees, Kama's gave big 20s. The tree pole item can actually change depending on if you've taken damage, how many enemies you've killed, so on and so forth. And it obviously can reset from each tier. So,
as we can see, they actually both got bombs from the same tree pole there. I believe that they both pulled bombs from that specific one.
Yep,
yeah, the auto rock is also random.
All right, so Kamadora is going to be the first to head into Kakariko Village. 4 bombs is definitely enough to check the items here, starting out with Blind's Hut. 5 items in this location. We'll take a look and see if we've got any good progression here.
Very nice thing here is that they'll have enough money for Zora right away, which is going to be possibly convenient.
Yeah, and it looks like we got our first map check. I did see a 5/6 crystal at Eastern Palace. Tower of Hera was the number 4 crystal, and I believe Desert Palace was also a regular crystal. And no progression, though, in the blind set there.
technically that 1E tank is technically part of progression for one item.
True. But you need a couple more things before that really kicks in as far as logically required.
Yes.
All right, and the Kakariko well also coming up a little dry today. Some ammo, lots of little bits of love, and a big 20.
Tracker is staying dim for now.
₹100 for a pack of missiles. Until we find that charge beam for Super Metroid, we're definitely going to be seeing most ammo for Super Metroid picked up simply because there could be a required ammo amount to finish up and kill Ganon, or I'm sorry, Mother Brain, but hey.
Oh, well, there's an item.
Yes, indeed. Early Varia could mean quite a few things.
Now, for those of you who maybe watched the other 1v1 tournament, or maybe watched like some of the dailies where hard mode is a thing, suits are going to be a little earlier than normal on average, because this is normal mode. It doesn't require any suitless action. And Sprint Ball!
Ooh, yeah. Some people would say that's the best item of Super Metroid.
It's actually, unironically, a very good item in Super Metroid. It allows you to do a few really nice minor glitches that help out, as well as just morph ball movement is a little bit smoother than running around. So, especially if you know how to mock ball, that Sprint Ball is a very nice addition to your arsenal.
Yep, and that could also be part of our wrecked ship access, depending on when we find that morph ball.
It looks like Kama is trying to get that super.
Yeah, like I said, most people will probably pick up a lot of the first ammo that they see, since this is the first super missile pack that we're going to pick up, just in case Kama decides to dip into some of Super Metroid soon. That ooh, Andy's going to get it too. That could help out, as well as being one of the more powerful arsenals in Super Metroid until you pick up some of those beams.
Yeah, that's true, and it's you're exactly right in that the first ammo upgrade you should always pick up, whether that be a power pack or power bombs or super missiles. And honestly, picking like in this randomizer, you don't have to pick up like every missile you see. You will probably end up with enough missiles if you don't find charge beam just naturally by playing LTTP. So
Yes.
like before the hard requirements of the late game happen.
And just in case anybody in chat's wondering, well, why don't they start in Super Metroid? What if it's a vanilla morph ball? It is potentially very possible that something like that could happen, but the item density available in Link to the Past is much higher, so the chance of finding progression for either game is higher than dipping into staying in Super Metroid to potentially find a vanilla morph ball.
Oh, unfortunate bomb miss there. Just kind of ran away with it. And there we go. That was very close, but he got it.
All right, so...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Kama's making an odd play to head over to Desert first. A lot of people will put that off until they either get Flute, Boots, or have the ability to also check the Misery Mire location with Titan's Mitts.
Yeah, I know there's some people who like swear by this, just checking this. I think a lot of people do it if they feel like they have, if they're the underdog in a race, as it's going to. It's an item that a lot of top runners won't check, like right away. So it's really a play based on your opponent, a lot of the time.
Yeah, and Andy over here by these crabs, 2 hearts, and he's 1 hit from them, and he's dead, but he does make it through, so... Yo!
Oh.
That is actually huge. Ice Beam in Ice Rod Cave. little bit of a
Is that
coincidence,
vanilla?
but maybe. But that speed booster in Agina's cave for Kamadora is actually huge because that can logically allow us to progress in Super Metroid over to at least the top of the Red Tower to head down a couple different areas. We still need that Morph Ball to use Power Bombs to get very much further, but that gives us Terminator access, can get us through Super Metroid Gauntlet. But quite a few things that open up with that as well.
There's also it also opens up the speed booster item, actually, like the items behind. Only 2 of them without Morph Ball, but you can access them. So Morph can actually be like in Brine Star now.
Yes, can be in Green Bryn Star, behind the Green Bryn Star reserve area. Mostly only the item that the Chozo is holding there, as well as the early Supers location from Super Metroid speedruns.
I think it can also be at the missile below the bridge, because as long as power bombs or bombs are available before it, because you can get out of it.
Yeah.
But it looks like we found Morph in Escape anyway, so...
missed that, but I guess I was watching Kama pick up the Ether medallion.
Same. So that is... Yeah, we were all looking at Kama at the same time on our end. Chat was not.
Nicely done, chat.
They are not playing different seeds. Competitive randomizer is generally played on same seed. Most people will even race even casually on the same seed.
Oh my gosh. Andy finds Morph and Charge in the escape sequence.
Wow.
Charge and Ice Beam together, 2 of the best beams that you want to find in Super Metroid.
Oh, is Tama...
That's a huge deal.
Okay, Tama's going north. So is Andy. I thought Tama was gonna, gamble on Metroid, but he did not. So we're good here.
All right, so we're going to check what's in the Elder's Closet today. Sahashwala has 3 items, as well as being able to find out potentially what the green pendant is if anybody wants to take the time to talk to him. All right, just a little bit of cash and some Super Metroid ammo. Andy doing a save and quit, and then you see his console do a reset, so he's heading back to Super Metroid.
Yep.
With his Variasuit, Morph Ball, Spring Ball, and the amount of ammo that he's picked up, as well as Charge and Ice Beam, he's definitely set to clear out quite a bit of Super Metroid early on. So definitely pretty crazy to see where the next amount of progression is going to be. And Andy's heading over here to the Vanilla Bomb Chorizo. You'll see here that the item is able to be picked up without the boss activating. That boss will not actually activate and engage in combat with you unless you've actually picked up the Morph Ball Bombs item. So you can just pick up the item and then leave. Today it's a mushroom, so we'll have to see if that fetch quest will send us in any sort of good direction. We may also see some fake powder with that. All right, and
nothing there.
Yeah, one of our first items in Eastern Palace as well. The first chest was the big key, so only just a couple more items, as well as the map and compass going to be in Eastern Palace here. But the front of escape in or the front of gauntlet in Super Metroid could potentially still hold one item that we may want to be picking up.
I think one of the interesting things about this match right now is that Kama is quite, like, both these runners are actually quite established in both randomizers. And specifically, Andy is actually great at both games individually, being a top tier Super Metroid and Link to the Past runner.
Yep, he and his partner Ivan in the 2v2 Link to the Past Super Metroid combo randomizer ended up getting all the way to the end, but still got beat by Wild Anaconda and Alucard.
And you're gonna see a lot of good movement in Super Metroid from these runners. And Super Metroid is all about like saving just little bits of time with movement. A lot of the times in Combo Randomizer, you will clear the majority of items in Super Metroid. So you have to really like know your way around the game.
Yeah, and it was actually really, really cool to see Kamadora over there using the swag net to kind of hunt their way through those dark rooms.
No, there really isn't more screen space that can be taken up by the game without like stretching it or combining it. And there's the hammer.
Yeah, hammer Edecoons. That's a really nice find. And Kamadora did head to Super Metroid after finishing up Eastern Palace checks, but has not yet gone through the escape sequence, so doesn't have morph yet. Though they will use that speed booster to an advantage. They'll be able to head through the left side here, through this little bomb wall, and still be able to check a couple items through Brinstar, but gonna be missing that morph ball, I mean.
They'll be able to go as far as where Andy is into this room here, but they won't be able to access anything morph locked on the way. So like they're kind of hoping that morph is actually like right here, and that's actually Spazer. So they're gonna have to make a launch trip. They'll probably actually save and quit. Sorry, save and quit. Hard reset. Once they find nothing.
A lot of people would say that Mean Beam's not worth it. Since we do have Charge and Ice, we don't have Plasma, so Spazer's still a nice pickup for early game Super Metroid, but depending on where we find Plasma, we may not be using that for very long.
True. It is very useful for Fantoon. If they do find more items, go check Fantoon further on. But that's about it. I wonder if we'll see Waterway here. Nope. You can do Waterway with these items, but he would have to farm up another. He's actually going to check a different item, it looks like.
Yeah, and Andy hasn't picked up Speed Booster from Agina yet, so...
Oh, yes, you're right. I completely forgot about that. And hopefully, Andy does not succumb to the same fate as his good friend Ivan.
Ooh, gets it. The wave gate with the super missiles there. It's pretty tricky to do without high jump boots. And even then, it's still pretty tricky to do once you do have high jump boots. But it allows you to open up this gate that's supposed to only be opened from the right side. But he did it very well. Really quickly done. Did he check early spore spawn item?
He did not, but he also only has one power bomb, so farming up another power bomb while in there would take a very long time. He's very short on power bombs, so he has to use this last one very specifically.
Yeah, and finding Fighter Sword at the Green Hill Zone, that is our first sword so far. We're going to need one more minimum to complete the games.
Oh, he did check Spore, okay. I missed it.
I don't know. They said that he did not check Spore.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought I saw somebody say, no, he is not. Oh, he is not.
That's
It's
okay.
very late at night for me. And there's a power bomb. That is a decent one to farm. It looks like he's gonna go in here. Is he gonna do the damage boost? Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
I think so.
Oh, he
And
also has
also
ice, so.
the fire fleas here are guaranteed power bomb drops, so it's a
Ah.
nice place to farm.
Okay, he's not doing the damage boost. Okay. I thought he was going to go for the damage boost strat here, but that is extremely difficult.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea to just drop a power bomb there when you can head back into that same room and pick up quite a few more power bombs from the fire fleas.
Looks like he might be going back to Chitspospo. Or he'll be going to construction zone. And
Yeah,
blue,
that's...
which...
and Kamadora is making the same play over to Blueprint Star, so once Andy checks maybe Spospo early and then heads back through Blueprint Star to construction zone and the Billy Mays area.
Oh, very good. So that's a pretty difficult wall jump there. I always find it funny that one of the hardest tricks in Mega Man X is actually just like a normal everyday thing you do in Super Metroid Randomizer. Just like iceless every day.
Yep, and Kama not having Morph Ball is still not going to be able to do any power bombs to pick up those power gloves that Andy just grabbed. But after seeing the two E-Tanks here in Blueprint Star just reset again, probably heading back to Link to the Past, knowing that they've left something behind there.
And the power glove, by the way, at the E-Tank behind Morph. Oh no, is that power bomb? I don't remember if that's a power bomb or an E-Tank. Power bombs, yes.
Yeah, vanilla power bombs.
And he not messing with the damage boost, but kind of messing up not damage boosting.
Yeah, but
also,
he's also not going for... Wow.
Well,
again,
only two power bombs.
Only two power bombs.
Yeah, that's pretty low. Oh, and Kamadora is going to get their charge and morph soon.
Nice. Two power bombs would be enough to get you in to Billy Mays, and then he could head back through like this old Mother Brain room and the Criteria shaft. But yeah, still alright to orphan a couple locations. You'll likely be back around this area later on, so you can always check it again. But
honestly, as long as it's not a Metroid item, you can just... Oh! Let's see what he does.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. No, going back.
Alright, well, hopefully he'll also head back there to find charge another time, but,
yeah.
Yikes.
The power bomb... And he's trying to hover here. Like, actually, like, that trick is actually called hovering.
Yeah.
It's just kind of funny to see him falter the little platform hovers there.
Can't be perfect at hovering in every game. So when Andy used that power bomb at Old Mother Brain and found that new pack of 5 power bombs, that kind of incentivized him to come back to Billy Mays, just so that since he's still pretty close to the area, he'll just come back and check it so he doesn't have to have it hanging over his head later on.
And I know he watched the entirety of this morning's match, or this afternoon's match with Ivan. It was a sad case of orphaned items all day.
Yeah.
Kama trying to do Ultra Chest, gets it after 3rd or 4th try.
All right, so Andy, checking the Billy Mays room, finds 3 bombs, but wait, there's 10 more. All right, so now Andy, will he head back up through Old Mother Brain or straight back into Green Bryn Star? All right, well, back towards Criteria he will go. So at this point, Andy is just a moon pearl shy from his Dark World access, having picked up the hammer from Edekun's and the power glove at the... Oh, there he goes. Gets that hover there. And, and the power gloves from behind Vanilla Morph. Really nice jumps here to get through this escape shaft. Very well done.
Yeah, very interesting he doesn't do the wall jump, but that's mainly because he has ice and it would not save time to unequip it. So there is a fast way to climb without wall jumping. He opts to do it.
Yeah, unless you have...
Oh, no, he's down to
Scratch
1. Sorry.
That's okay, he's got Spring Bell.
Oh, yes. Also, he knows how to mirror
Yeah.
morph, so.
Yeah.
If I can do that mirror morph, I think Andy can.
Alright, so from here, I suspect we'll see Andy probably check the front of Super Metroid Gauntlet and then head back towards Red Tower. Maybe towards Wrecked Ship? I don't know, though.
I think Red Ship might be a decent play here. He's got a lot of missiles.
Yeah, and health, for sure. And Kamadora with the vanilla intended strat to getting to the Billy Mays room by using that speed booster to break through the block at the top of the area. Gets the jump. Nicely done.
All right, Andy does not have speed booster. I can't do that wall jump, and I don't think you're human if you can. So there we go.
I agree.
If you can do the gauntlet high jump, like wall jump without high jump, no, you've lost your humanity. Poor you.
I can do it, but I have to have space jump. Sucker!
That doesn't
Just
count.
kidding.
And it's a reserve tank.
All right, Kamadora picking up their power glove, having checked all of the blue Brinstar item locations. Now I'm going to be heading back towards green Brinstar. I suspect that they'll probably head back all the way to Edekun's and finish. Oh, I guess they're going to do Green Hill Zone first. Don't forget Edekun's. Okay, yay.
Oh yeah, Andy didn't do Edekun's either, did he?
Yes, yeah, he did. That's where
he totally did.
Is.
Yep.
We may actually see Kamadora check Waterway here too, since they do have speed booster. Yep, planting that power bomb. Gonna check it out.
Okay, not using speed booster to go to Red Ship. Oh, you forgetting he doesn't have it.
But he can either do a continuous wall jump or potentially do the spring ball over the moat.
Thin's probably not worth it in combo. Is continuous wall jump.
Alright, Kama gets the short charge, makes it through the wall to find... Boop. Just a pack of missiles. But that's good for them since they haven't picked up Charge Beam from Zelda's chest yet. So they may they may be happy to be picking up all the additional ammo.
Alpha Power Bombs is a 20.
And some supers.
Which we don't really need that since we do have charge. Kama does, but Andy doesn't. Seed doesn't. It's an easy spot to find.
Alright, so Kama's going to give us a look at the early Spore Spawn item that Andy left behind.
I'm trying to do the fancy one, but I think you have to scroll the screen back. Do you not? You do not.
I don't know. I've only ever done that like ever twice, and I'm pretty sure that I shouldn't have been able to do it either time, but ooh, nice crouch jump down grab to get out of that water. Can always be a little of a hard time getting out of that if you're not super familiar with some of the tech to get out of there in Super Metroid.
Very smooth exit from there. Okay, well, earlier today I asked if it was possible to wall jump in a one square space like that, and it is. Lots of quick falls from Andy, like lots of little things that you really, if you were just watching Andy play by himself, you might not even realize our time saves. But if you compare it with somebody else who's not doing them, you would see it very quickly. Just mockballing whenever running down longer straight paths, things like that.
All right, getting our first look at one of the Super Metroid bosses. Andy's heading over to Kraid's lair. All right, piece of heart for the Kraid missiles. So Kamadora is doing a little bit of farming here. I'm guessing they're looking for power bombs. Could be more supers. But with Spring Ball, I don't know if they're just forgetting that they don't need power bombs. Oop. And any missing the quick kill, but should have Kraid finished up here. Nicely done. All for a big 20. All right, we'll see if the E-Tank Kraid item is at least worth it. Our first of the Super Metroid bosses dead. Very nicely done by Andy. Oh, I see. Kamadora is trying to farm power bombs so that they can check Edekun's. I got it.
Much easier place to farm them is right here.
Yeah, just next to the fireplace again.
Yep. Kama actually removed their ice beam, interestingly enough.
Yeah, because they were at that little
oh yes,
bug
to
dispensary.
farm.
So, yep. I'm sure that they'll remember to turn it back on.
We are on the first day, or second day of groups. Just started.
All right, so having checked the ice beam location, not finding anything super great, Andy's gonna now check Cromwell Tower for some missiles. All right, high jump. Starting off with a vanilla E-tank. Oh no, Andy missed killing the little fire buggy dude.
Oh, ice rod.
Ooh. May not be required, but always nice to find that early on so that you're never in the ice rod for go mode. All right, and checking the Crackermeyer Green Gate item. That is a big 20 today.
And going back to Link to the Past for a bit. So morph bombs might be logical access to lower Norfair. Or sorry, upper Norfair.
Yeah, and we also still do have Speed Booster that would get us over to the Bubble Mountain area. And he just needs to head over to the Agina Cave area to get that. Old man Gary giving us a pack of blueberries there. And Kamadora using Speed Booster to Shine Spark to the top. Ooh, flute at
Okay.
Criteria Power Bombs.
Okay, so speed has actually, that's the first time I think speed has locked. But it's not fully locked by speed.
Right.
Certainly is important though.
Definitely a nice find. Andy, without Mir, isn't able to get to the Hera location. He could have gone into the Dark World just to check what dungeons were available on the map, but can't do Spike Cave, no hookshot, can't get to the right side of Death Mountain without Mirror or hookshot. So, gonna check the back of Escape instead. Finding a full heart container, the small key, and another piece of heart. So you'll see him heading directly back this way. He's going to navigate through the dark rooms of the sewer here, having not found the lantern yet. But Kama is making the play over to wrecked ship, so this is all new information for us. It is in logic both by Spring Ball and Speed Booster, so we'll have to see if there's... Ooh, magic powder's a nice find. All right, Andy has made it to the Dark Cross room. He has also checked all of the other items in the escape area. We did find the map earlier. So, missile pack. So while Kamadora makes their way over to Wreck Ship, I will answer Vincent Riker's question in chat saying, what is happening? How do you get the Master Sword in Super Metroid? This is a combo randomizer that randomizes items from both games between both games. And as you see Andy doing here, you can transfer from one game to another by visiting 4 specific locations in each game. You gotta figure out the puzzle of solving the randomization of items. Where did Andy get morph bombs? Did I miss that? I mean, obviously I missed it, but I missed where it was. Oh, Ice Beam. Thank you very much, chat. I get it now. I thought it was just like a missile pack, but I thought he just picked it up and I was like, well, whatever. My bad.
It does look like a missile pad though, so.
It kind of does, yeah. All right, so Andy with a really great wall jump. Ice Beam helps so that you can jump on the little rippers there, or the waivers, I'm sorry, to head up here to the speed booster location. And Kama working on Fantoon.
Oh.
Ooh.
Bow for Andy.
Oh,
okay.
silvers.
Sure.
It's like the complete Ganon kill set right there.
I mean, I'll take it. Sure, yeah.
I will hide the item that can kill me the best right next to the thing that you have to use them.
Did you find the silver bow in Lore Nerfair? Or in Norfair? That was pretty good. I've never seen the line. I've never actually seen them in the same general location before. That's a new one for me.
All right, Kamadora with a pretty good Fantoon fight there, finishing up with their first Super Metroid boss. Quite a few items that are now unlocked here in Wreck Ship after finishing up Fantoon, so we'll have to keep an eye on there. Wave Beam is just a Super Mission pack, and that pretty much wraps up everything that's besides Crocomire area for Andy until he gets Speed Booster logically.
Ganon says, if silvers are in SM, he says, did you find the silvers on another planet?
Or he'll say in Norfair.
Oh, does he actually say locations now? Oh, okay. He used to just say on another planet, so that's changed.
Yep.
Andy waiting for this Ripper. Oh, no. I'm not sure if he was waiting for it or if he... Oh, that's what he was going for. He was going for a D-boost there. Now he's going to go for a very difficult wall jump. I think it's a... Oh, no. Never mind.
Ice Beam.
Just going to freeze. Right. Oh, a little too high.
Yeah.
That one should do it. If he wall jumps off of the Ripper. Oh, no.
All right, he's going...
It.
Okay.
Yeah. This is actually very difficult to do because these Rippers move very unpredictably. So...
Yeah. All right, so a couple more items just before heading to the attic and the outside of the Wreck Ship area. Kamadora did pick up a heart container and is doing a save here so that when they check the right side Chozo item from Wreck Ship over here, they may be able to reset if the item over here is not required. Nice wall jump.
Okay, he gets it. There we go. Now we get 3 items.
And his favorite.
Oh, was that boots?
That was Pegasus boots for Andy.
Oh, very good. Kama accidentally de-boosted through a platform. I don't think he meant to. 2 power bombs as well. I would be surprised. Dressed up the other one.
Yeah, I think that puts him at 20 total power bombs, which is more than enough, especially with morph ball bombs.
Yeah, and specifically when you're gonna still be earning a lot of items in Metroid is the big one. Sorry, in Inlet to the Past, you're just gonna get more ammo than you're usually able to get in an average Super Metroid run.
And with Ice Beam, he's not gonna have to worry about using power bombs on the Metroid's tutorial, so that also helps out quite a bunch.
Looks like Andy's gonna go down to. Yeah, no, he's gonna go and fight Crocomire. Gonna bet on Croc.
Yeah.
I'll do a wave gate glitch though to get through.
All right, and Kamadora did just find some bombs over at the Wreck Ship E-Tank Chozo, so they're gonna head up to Attic now. This room that Kamadora is in is kind of a little bit of a nuisance. You have to kill all of the enemies in the room before the doors will allow you to shoot them open. So they've cleared out the enemies, and now they're going to head over to the far right here to check one item location.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty difficult room to do well. If you're very low on health, very scary room. You might have commentators like really angry at you for doing it with low health. Just urging you not to do it.
Don't do it, man! Don't do it! But yeah, plenty of health for Kamadora. No issues. Big 20 behind Crockemeyer today.
Commodore's gonna have to check the sky item, which is really annoying.
With Speed Booster, it's really easy. Well, this item as well as missiles in the sky.
Missiles in the sky always annoy me because I can never tell what the item is fast enough. I have to do it like twice.
That's why you just do the short charge or the speed boost jump here, shoot the wall and hit it. Regardless of what it is, you'll pick it up.
Oh, nothing there.
Yeah. All right, Annie going for some midair morph into infinite bomb jump. Gets it very quickly. And Kamadora heading over to the bowling alley.
It's a bottle. I'm not sure if that's his first one or not.
I think that's the first one we have seen all run. So yeah, that will open up Sick Kid.
Very good damage boost.
Yep, the cosine rune there. A lot of people don't generally do deboost through there. They'll just check the item as fast as they can and then get out. But
and he's gonna do another midair morph here to do a midair bomb jump, and he's just gonna do it normally. It looks like. I'm a little bit issue getting it started.
And as you say that,
nope, not gonna get that E-Tank. Is gonna do another bomb jump.
yeah, so Kamadora did get the Kamadora in wreck ship, but everything else was pretty much a kind of like a dead end or not much going on with progression in wreck ship. So that could potentially be one way that Andy could save a bit of time, is just to do Fantoon as go mode.
And yeah, nothing down in Croc, so reset into the save point.
Okay, and Kama going through the red tower. Andy's already been through here, but should be seeing Kama making their way down, hopefully towards Kraid and the upper Norfair area. All right, so Andy's going to be dipping back into Link to the Past, starting out at Death Mountain here. But it would have been really cool if he could pick up that flute, since he'll likely be thinking about that bottle.
And taking that bow. We still have Moon Pearl.
Yeah, still need Moon Pearl. He hasn't picked up a single arrow. So, bow and silver in hand, but no arrows.
That's how.
That's pretty funny.
Yes, all those arrow pickups I saw were in were skippable. Huh. Very funny, actually. You actually have to get item like arrows. He's gonna basically route this like he would a regular run. Like in the NMG parts, he'll pick up the arrows that you would normally pick up. You need less, so he probably will only pick up some of the later ones. But it's very interesting to see the no arrows.
Oh, that is Andy's second bottle.
Yeah, so Chet pointed it out. Chet had a better memory than us.
Thanks. All right. What are we doing, Kama? Heading to Kraid, turning off that speed booster. I actually feel like the run from the top ledge is easier than trying to do this this wall jump, but that's me.
I didn't even know you could do it from the top ledge.
Yeah, if you break through that whole wall where you would normally do the super missile shot, all three of those blocks can be destroyed by super missiles, so you can do a charged run there. You just can't do a full height jump because you'll bonk on the ceiling and you won't make it over the ledge.
Only items that are absolutely required every game for Go Mode are in the tracker, plus a few others that are important to know. But yeah, just has limited space.
And thanks to It's That Frank guy for the 200 bits. We appreciate your support to Speed Gaming.
You are how these operations can still go, because they require a lot of work. Even with the massive volunteer force, like the setup helpers and broadcast operators and artists and all that are volunteers, there's still a tremendous amount of staff work. Also, Andy completely.
That's amazing.
Completely autopiloting, talking to that. That is hilarious.
I'm gonna have to make sure that he knows that he needs the bow to get past the red Igors, just in case he didn't know.
that, my friends, that's called muscle memory.
Yeah, so future versions of the combo randomizer will also include the hint tiles, but it is not yet implemented, so it's it's definitely a good chuckle to see a couple people still checking that.
That I think is one of the only major changes logically to the randomizer. The only other change was reverted because it was soft locking. So V29 and V30. V30 was more of a, hey, everything's cooler now and works better update. Yeah. Also, logic for randomizer and such. What?
Nice quick armos there by Andy. Silver arrows making that look so easy. Picking up the first crystal and first boss kill from our Link to the Past side of things. All right. Where to now, Mr. Andy? Turn in your bottle. Get your moon pearl.
Is that a guess or?
Sorry, what?
Is that a guess or did I miss something? I stare at my phone for 2 seconds. There isn't morph ball at bottle,
No.
is there?
No,
Okay.
no moon pearl. He hasn't been there yet. I was just saying that he should go do that.
Well, inverted Super Metroid would honestly just be playing Super Metroid. What's that thing called? There's a thing where you flip the world on its side. I can't remember what it's called though.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Rotation! Super Metroid rotation.
Oh.
Yeah, inverted would be rotation.
Why would you do that?
Because ROM hacking.
I mean, I could understand doing some sort of like inverted mode where you start in Link to the Past, and the portals are different or something. I don't know.
Chat calling me out on my lack of good definitions.
So you can get to Magic Powder with Speed Booster or Spring Ball because it's in the ocean under the door. We have Hammer, so Moon Pearl could be on Magic Bat. I mean, it could be.
Oh! Wow.
All right. But still.
Moon Pearl Go mode? Question mark?
Maybe. We could have Moon Pearl on Aga Ledge, so Dark World access could still be locked behind Aga. Again, the Zora area, everything here. But again, Magic Bat.
Here's a good idea for a alternate combo randomizer. It's actually possible. Seekers of the Past and Hyper Metroid.
No, go with Legacy.
Legacy, I was thinking Legacy as well.
Since, there's already a randomizer for that.
There's a randomizer for Project Base, so I bet there's a randomizer for Hyper since it's built off Project Base.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Thanks to the work that the LTTP guys put into how logic, it's actually a lot easier to make a randomizer now. It's actually part of the reason why you've seen a lot of Metroid and Zelda games pop up with the randomizers. They are actually using a lot of the groundwork that Christos and Karkat has created. Like just how you. One of the biggest challenges to randomizers previously. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm wondering what Andy's doing, but he's setting up the Boots water walk. Okay.
Yeah. One of the things that was a big bottleneck previously for randomizers was purely just how hard it was to like create, like, how do you make an item like go into a location but not into the wrong location, and a lot of the groundwork put in by the LTTP devs is why that works. It's actually a pretty big deal, the amount of work that's being put in by them.
Alright. No progression in Waterfall Cave. Andy could have still checked if he gets a free potion from the Wishing Fairy there, since I believe his bottle that he does have is empty. Oh no, it's the red potion from. Yeah, okay, never mind. Keep thinking that the only bottle I've seen is the one from behind Crocomire, but.
So I think Speed Booster is gonna be pretty needed.
All right, so I think Andy's finally making the play over to check Desert and Agina. He'll be able to pick up that speed booster. Oh! Kamadora giving us the magic bat. Moon Pearl. Moon Pearl! Boo! I mean, I guess Moon Pearl could still be in the speed booster location of the escape shaft since neither of our runners has checked that either. Alright, Andy's got his go fast mode. Commodore is about to turn in their mushroom. Gonna pick up their Titan's mitts. Nice find. But we could still be looking at an Agaseed here. Still gotta get that Moon Pearl somewhere.
Oh, I really wonder if we are gonna see. Oh my gosh, are we actually? Oh, Lord Airfare access.
Yes,
It's a bunny.
but only some of it is really like without. I guess morph bombs.
No, I think it's all.
Forget about that.
It's all accessible, right?
Well, morph bombs is the logic that I think gets you through some of the worst room in the game because the wall jump's not expected.
Yes.
Normal logic, but morph bomb still does put that in logic. So
There's a few spots for Morph Ball there, but Murderdactyl, you cannot take the top side of that. You have to go through the lake if you want to survive. The
Yeah.
Murderdactyl does not care that you are a bunny. He in fact prefers it. We're gonna see him take the kind of snaky way to the Norfair portal. Don't anger the bird.
yeah, we'll also be able to see the medallion required is ether.
Which we have.
It's good to find. No map check that I saw though.
No math check just yet. Math check? Map check? We could also see...
Andy misses the jump. We'll see him try it again.
Oh, is he gonna try? Oh my gosh. Oh, no,
Oh, he's
never
gonna
mind.
go speed booster, yeah. Alright, so Kamadora is not going with morph bombs to IBJ up.
I was just thinking, why not do Golden Chorizo?
Yeah.
But yeah, at least check it. You don't have to necessarily beat it. I don't even know if he had enough supers for that. But it's kind of odd not to at least check it so that you know.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm hoping that Andy doesn't spend a whole lot of time here. He picked up flute. I think he skipped the item in the water, which is that magic powder. But we already know Magic Bat doesn't have the progression we are looking for today.
Right.
And Andy's going for a blue bomber here. Nailed it!
Yeah, very good. Saves a power bomb. Mightn't seem irrelevant, but honestly, like the amount of times you'll find yourself low on power bombs in this is pretty crazy.
And potentially locking yourself into that area coming out of Fantoon if he doesn't give you a power bomb when he dies.
Andy has been running SM for, to answer a question in chat, I believe Andy's been running SM on and off for many years, even if Link to the Past and the subsequent Randomizer have been more of his thin, he does have a decent 90% time. So he does know a lot of SM tricks. He's also friends with quite a few, like good friends with quite a few SM runners, obviously, so would pick up a few thins.
Alright, a couple more shots to Fantoon for Andy, and that'll be done. Possibly just even one missile and a super would do it. Couple missiles and a super.
Yeah, a lot of people picked up. The interesting in is that, like, Link to the Past Randomizer, skills that you learn in that are not necessarily as helpful. Like the NMG and Randomizer don't complement themselves as much. I think Andy has officially forgotten he has Sprint Ball, by the way. He has bomb jumped quite a few times when he could have just pressed A. But this is the fate of the Sprint Ball, so it is used to it.
Yeah, with this combo randomizer, a lot of people who normally probably would never have played Super Metroid have picked it up. I know Gazelle Shaft is one of them that picked it up because of the 2v2 tournament. So
mine was, it was odd in that the first time I had played Super Metroid was literally the same week. Like I started my casual playthrough, and then a few days later, total streamed for the first time the combo. I was like, well, this is a convenient lesson. So that was a little convenient for me, but yeah, a lot of people are finding like the joy of Super Metroid for the first time.
Yep. And both of our runners kind of going through areas that each of them has already done. We've already seen all of Crocomire area from Andy, and Kamadora has also already finished up Wreck Ship. Andy heading over here to the Wreck Ship E-Tank Chozo, gonna find the bombs that we know are there, and we'll likely see him do a console reset just so that he can head back to the save. Doesn't have to take time getting back through all of these rooms in the spiky room of death. All right, and a reset from both of our players, I believe.
To fight the same enemies, or is it random? We are not playing an Randomizer run. There's at the moment no variations beyond the logic in Super Metroid and the location of Morph in Super Metroid. Those are the only changes that you can make for now. I know that his sanity is in the works and a few other things. Also, very nice and interesting way to do Addict. That was really cool.
And I completely missed it a second ago because I was just watching for Crocomire to finish up, but it looked like Kama actually ran out of ammo against Crocomire, so they had to reset because they didn't. I don't know if they don't know that they can farm ammo from the little spitballs that he spews out, but that was kind of an interesting thing to do.
Speed Demon essentially does run 24/7, and it would run 24/7 if the content was there, I guarantee. The staff and volunteer set is there. if you want to help out, if you know a community that is active, and maybe a European company that's European or Aussie community that's open, you can like suggest that and create a tournament.
All right, Commodore are about to pick up their Pegasus boots here from the Upper Norfair Reserve location. And run over to see the 2 power bomb packs, but I don't anticipate that they'll probably pick up more than one.
And he has remembered that he has Sprint Ball. That was a really good speed charge.
Yeah, Kamadora got stuck there with some of the lava dudes. Ice Beam can be a blessing and a boon. Wait, is a boon a blessing? A blessing and a bane? I don't remember the phrase. Oh, and gets bonked by the little waver there.
Okay.
All right, so Kamadora heading over to the speed booster location, gonna find their bow, immediately followed by their silver arrows. Luckiest thing ever, I still maintain.
Yeah, still very cool. Bow and oh look, they're a friend. Still no gravity, still no moon pearl.
So, based on our item collection and arrays available to us, more than likely that Moon Pearl is going to be in Lower Norfair, I believe, at this point.
I think you're correct. No, haven't we checked? Oh, Lower Norfair. Yeah, maybe.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Lower
yes,
Norfair.
via the
User
infinite
Mire
bomb
portal.
jump. Right. At this point, I think Kama has lost whatever lead Speed Booster gave them. And they did, I think, have a lead for a little bit. If Andy didn't go there so quickly.
Yeah, and
So
I think
Andy's
Andy's checking the escape shaft speed booster location.
Yep. He did save instead of not saving, so I think he will just quit if it comes to that. This is actually kind of a hard speed booster to do right, and he just did.
It was spring ball. That was amazing.
That was really cool. And it was nothing, so he's gonna move along. Waterway and Spore Spawner checked. By both players, I think.
Andy had not checked Waterway yet.
Yeah. I was about to say, I actually know now that I think about it. And that might be where he's going, actually.
Andy with some more cool tech, getting the blue bombers. Really, really nice to kill these side hoppers with that. Kamadora going up against our friend Crocomire one more time. Nice jumps over the little lava or the larva bugs there. All right, Kamadora are going to be heading over here to see that second bottle and then find a whole bunch more of a lot of nothing. Really nice job with that Spore Spawn skip. First shot gets it done. Kamadora with a really cool shine spark over that little gap. Probably one of my favorite things to do. Easy way to check this this super missile location behind Crocomire if you don't have like high jump boots, grapple beam, or space jump. Andy may be thinking about checking just a couple more items on his way up to or back to Link to the Past. I think we also still have X-ray that we could check. Though I'm not really sure if that's in logic. Even just with more bombs. Okay, he's not checking it anyway, so. All right, so from here, we're going to have to see where Andy goes. Did he? Yeah, okay, never mind. I was going to ask if he checked Cathedral, but looks like his map is showing that he has been there, so. Andy with the save and quit, probably heading over to Kakariko to activate his flute, knowing that he's able to get to the Meyer area, and that would be his logical access to Lower Norfair for now. Also, King's Tomb. All right. Next.
I see we have found flute. Oh no, we already had flute.
Yeah, Andy picked it up. Finally, he's gonna go activate it now. So Moon Pearl could be pretty much anywhere in Lower Norfair except the space jump required Golden Chorizo missiles. Is that correct? right, Kamadora heading out of the Crocomire area. No progression back there, so gonna be passing through, continuing on to do any other checks that they can think of.
Let's see. I think we're gonna see eventually Lore Norfair. No, you're not Andy, right? No, you
I
wouldn't.
think he is.
No,
Just
he realized he doesn't have a light. Okay, so he's not doing. He's
Never
not doing
mind.
the
Peace out.
actual worst play you can make. Dark Aja. Don't do unless it's actually no mode, please. Never
Yes,
correct.
Click the button. Click the
He's
button.
trying to think, is this my only option? Yes, Andy, this is your only option. Do you like to bomb jump?
Alright, finally we get our map check. 5-6 crystal at Turtle Rock. Misery Mire is our green pendant. Ice Palace red, and Skull Woods the blue pendant.
Oh, is Andy trying to... Oh, I don't think he did it.
No, I don't think so either. But yeah, it does look like he's trying to do the Super Bunny here to get bumped into the Mire Shed so that he can have the animation or activation to open the chest here as the bunny.
Oh, way too early. It's hard to do. It is, it's a perfect question mark?
I've never done it, so I don't know.
He is opting to just go to Norfair.
Yeah, he's like, never mind. Wasting time with this. Let's go. All right, E-Tank there, and I don't think that I saw the left item. All right, Gold Chorizo down, and he's gonna pick up that E-Tank just to probably top off his health before heading further through Lower Norfair. And a big 20 behind Space Jump, so he's gonna go for a charge.
This was recently removed from Logic.
Yes, but it will save him some time, just so that he doesn't have to bomb jump all the way up the room.
He's gonna farm supers here.
Yeah.
Very common super farm.
And Kamadora, having picked up that bow and the silver arrows, is going to finish up Eastern and grab that big 20 from Armos. And Andy with another short charge. Well, I guess it's not a short charge. I mean to say Shine Spark. It's a short charge if you're in that room originally before doing the regular charge.
That's actually... Oh, is he... yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is ice, so this room isn't as bad as it normally is. It's not the literal worst room.
It's only halfway's the worst room.
So you can kill the enemies at least. Not sure if he's gonna freeze one, but pirate hitboxes are notoriously poorly made. If you've ever seen it before.
Oh, he killed the pirate.
That's a very difficult wall jump.
Yeah, I've watched people practice this wall jump for hours, literal hours on end. And opting instead for the IBJ or infinite bomb jump, which is definitely what I would do.
I think it's also in logic.
Yes.
Yeah, so this whole Lower North area is in logic, which is awful for. I'm just glad I'm not the one here playing the randomizer. Right. Can't bomb jump.
Well, it's not this seed.
Yep, need to learn how to bomb jump.
Just have Elm teach you. He taught me.
I know it's apparently to the beat of this song, but I don't get beats. Oh, hello.
I don't do it by music or anything.
I just need a metronome. That's all. Give me a metronome, I'm good.
I think the bomb explosion is enough of a sound to go by, but that's just me. It might take me a while to get it started, but once I hear the bomb explosions, I'm like, okay, I got this. Alright, Kamadora, what's your routing now?
I'm still betting, by the way, on, what's it called? Oh, Moon Pearl Domo. That's my bet. I'm sticking to it.
That would be really, really frustrating and sad.
Also hilarious. And interesting to watch.
Yeah.
It would definitely be interesting to watch.
So I'm almost wondering if at some point Kamadora is going to be like, oh man, I left items in the escape sequence and go all the way back to Zelda's chest, still searching for that Moon Pearl.
You'll find charm.
But they are making the Lower Norfair play before doing that, so maybe not. Alright, well, it's definitely gonna go up against Gold Teresa here. Trying to get.
These guys are terrifying.
Yeah, these guys are super yucky.
I don't even know how much damage they do normally. Oh, they're stuck.
There you go. That's perfect. Power Bombs of Shame today, just a big 20, so not the Moon Pearl of Shame.
Do those fancy side hoppers have a different name? Because they're fancy looking.
Yeah, there is a different name. I never remember what that is. I'm pretty sure that it starts with a D. Yeah, Disquigas.
Oh.
I can never remember.
Disquigas? Nope. Not remembering that name ever.
I always want to say Decoras because it's the other D name of a creature in Super Metroid that I'm always kind of like, that's a really unique name, but that's not the Decoras.
These are just bats as far as I don't care. I don't know if they have a different name, but they're bats.
So the Power Bombs of Shame are so called because in like I believe just like the Super Metroid 90% or just a regular run, you normally would only pick them up if you have mismanaged your power bombs or don't have enough power
pretty much
bombs.
that. So in other words, yeah, if you routed improperly or you have been utilizing power bombs for things you don't need to, like when you should be just bombing, then that's shame on you. You need power bombs to leave. So
shame on you.
Basically what happens is that sometimes you have to pick those up to access this area. I believe, is the thing, because they are not locked by power bomb, and you'll need them to get below. So
And he's giving us a little dance there. Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah, farming those guys sucks without grapple beam. But you need to farm as many of these supers as you can.
Minimum of 30, because 30 supers will finish off Ridley. But you definitely want to have at least 30 in case you miss a couple shots. Having charge beam definitely helps as well, but 30 is pretty much what most people are aiming for. And Andy hits that and goes right in.
Ridley learned how to clip!
Ah! This is not fair!
He was 100% clipped inside of the blocks there. Okay, he did it again. This Ridley is learning.
Ridley's being a bully.
He ate a lot of power bombs. He ate a lot of power bombs he's not supposed to. Super missiles. Because sometimes, and I don't know why, I'm sure that there's a very good reason. Sometimes he just doesn't take damage.
Kama just like a single bomb short of making that IBJ. Gotta start it over. Alright.
And gravity suit. Oh. Well, did you guess, or were you ahead of me?
I might be ahead of you. Maybe refresh the restream if you're delayed.
Will do.
Sorry. It was a vanilla E-Tank.
Oh. The E-Tank that makes hell runs possible.
Oh, Kama, don't fall. Oh, jeez.
Okay, you are gonna die to a gold pirate. Nope, to a... I don't remember what they're called. I knew it for a little bit.
Deskikas. Just kidding.
No.
Oh, really nice wall jumps there by Andy. And Kamadora could do a crystal flash to refill some of their health, so that they're not going to be jumping into the amphitheater with as low of health as they have, and no screw attack, space jump.
Apparently, we're just going into amphitheater with 100 HP. And we are exiting amphitheater with 0 HP.
I was gonna say.
Hello, 100 HP pirates.
Yeah, that's a lot of reset work.
Oh, his last. Oh, he's got to go. He's got to flip back. Okay.
Yep. So he just has to go back to Link to the Past, flute back to Meyer, and walk back in. But that still hurts a lot.
Suitless Meridia is not in this logic. No suitless tech required in this.
Yeah, no hell runs, no heated rooms, no suitless Meridia, nothing.
Eddie's playing this very safe, by the way. I've noticed he's been killing enemies that normally you would just kind of go through, but he wants to preserve as much of his health as possible.
Yeah, especially since he doesn't have enough ammo to do any what are they called again? I just said it, crystal flash.
Forgot to. Super special healing suit thing.
Yeah. Oh, trying to get this speed booster item with the shine spark. Dang it, I hate this room. Alright, so Iris Isotheus was thinking that item right there, that missile, was going to be our Moon Pearl, and it is not today, but it could be the Hoda Ruby item that's coming up here. It's couple more items.
Three
just two, I
Musketeers is
think.
coming up. Revert the item back here.
Hodo
Oh,
Ruby
there it
Moon
is!
Yes! Very nice. That's a
Sorry,
great
which
find.
item location is that?
Hodo Ruby is the name of somebody. Somebody once said something. I just remember the name. I don't remember the story behind. It's somebody's name. That's all I know.
Hodor?
Hotar Ruby.
Oh, Hotar. Okay. I thought it was Hodar. I'm like, what? That's a new name then.
Not
Hotorubi.
Hodor.
Oh, Hotorubi. I know.
Yeah.
I think I.
I'm a white American. So, yeah, Fiesel's got a Japanese former world record holder. I was like, he did a thing once.
Yeah,
Once upon a
I
time.
actually recognized the name when you spelled it out.
Yeah.
From Japanese RTA. So.
Yeah, because I'm not super good at not speaking American white person.
Also, yes. In a moment, we're going to be back in LTTB. I'm sure. I don't think there's much more to check here in Super Metroid.
Just
yeah, no,
all of Meridia.
Well, we're not doing that without high jump boots and a bunch of other items.
Right, like gravity suit. So we are still looking for Bombos and Fire Rod for Ice Palace access. Fortunately, it's a pendant. Hopefully we don't have to dip into it. Still need to find out which medallion is required for Turtle Rock. If it's Ether, then I think we're just looking for Fire Rod, Cane of Samari, Hookshot, and Mirror for our Go mode. And Gravity Suit, of course. So Iris, having been our tracker for today, is doing a really great job of keeping everything lit up on our screen so we know which items are still needed for all of our runners to finish out both games. So just thank you so much to Iris for spending her morning with us.
Mm-hmm.
Really great time. Alright, so rubies, heart container, half magic, missiles, and a bomb capacity upgrade. That's an alright hype game. Kamadora taking a look at the Mission Impossible item. We have seen Andy check this already. I believe it was just some Link to the Past missiles or something.
Nothing there. Gonna go into town.
Lots of items available in the Village of Outcast. And without the Smith in tow, I guess without Mirror, nobody really ever wants to run around with the frog. But we're gonna check hammer pegs. Kamadora is making the play into the castle escape, so they will be picking up the charge beam.
I can't believe this seed required infinite bomb jumps and like quite a bit.
Was that a shovel?
I missed it.
A mystical, magical shovel of dirt diggingness? Oh, Iris letting me know that it was the blue boomerang.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure not, because my brain didn't register it as an item unlock. My brain is full speedrunner mode lately, and I don't see items that aren't like progression. Just don't skip my mind.
All right, chess game. Single rupee, big 20.
I'm an awful tracker. Thankfully, I'm not tracking. Yes! Throw a man into a man!
Oh no! Oh no! All right, first chest in Thieves Town was the map.
Why did the stream froze a little bit. I don't know why Iceman is inside of the jail cell. What happened?
You can't say it.
There was like a split second I lost. The stream froze a bit, and then the guard ended up in the jail cell.
They picked the guard back up and went to throw it back at the spiky guard, and did a little bit too much directional change and faced the cell and threw him into the cell instead.
Feels bad. Oh, Kamadora realizing that there's only one more option for Moon Pearl. Well, there's like 8 billion, but they're all in one straight line.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they were going to head up to Spike Cave, but as soon as they went that way, I was going to be like, no, 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 you don't have Moon Pearl, you can't go there yet. All right. So, still looking for the small key here in Thieves Town to open up that big chest. The small key logically could also be locked inside of that chest, just because key logic in the versions of Link to the Past Randomizer allow for fun things like that. Just a couple more items available here in Thieves Town. And Kamadora, once again, going for the IBJs to finish up Lower Norfair. Vazul in chat, if it were possible for me to lift up a man to throw it at another man, I would probably say that yes, in the past I have been so angry. All right, one more chest here before we find out if the small key is locked behind itself, and it's not. Alrighty. Okay, so Blind has an item for us as the map and compass have both been found. Just gonna finish up this dungeon. Andy did not pick up the blue cane of Berna, but he doesn't need it.
Oh, that's about time to enter the lava. Oh, he's dead.
And Annie's done with Thieves Town. We're gonna find out that item on Blind today is the gravity suit.
Oh, okay. Well, Super Metroid is in Doe mode. Nope.
Yeah.
Yep. no, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, out of logic, I think.
Well, we would still want to see space jump or high jump boots, but most
Or
of
grapple.
Meridia, most of
Wait.
Meridia is navigatable with just speed booster.
You can add. Well, if we find flippers, we can access Draydon, which is kind of the important part.
Yeah.
But Draydon is not escapable with our current item sets. Logically, there are many, many, many ways to escape Draydon with the items they have.
Get the ferry! Get the ferry! Yay! Alright, so not having Kamadora makes this room a little less fun for quite a few people. These Gibdos can be a little bit of a pain, but Andy's got this, no problem. Alright, a map there in the vanilla big key location in Skullwoods. And Kamadora doing a reset again, gonna be heading back to the Super Metroid ship. I guess they're just having quite a bit of trouble with the amphitheater here. Getting snagged by some of those gold space pirate beams, as well as getting stuck in the acid, is never ever a good time. Alright, so not finding a small key or big key for Skullwoods in either of those chests, Andy's going to have to take the fall here and head back to pick up our remaining items and possibly looking for the fire rod to open up Skullwoods for us. I guess since it's a pendant, we'll probably be alright without it. So I believe that means that there's a couple items remaining in Skullwoods that could potentially be required. Obviously, as a pendant dungeon, we always hope that is not the case. We do have Wave Beam on the bumper ledge. Still need to find Magic Cape for that to open up for us. And Andy remembering no hookshot, no flippers. But I think forgetting about his ferry. Doesn't have access through to the east side of Dark Death World, or Dark World here, without going through the hammer pegs this way by Hype Cave.
There's gonna be a lot of LTTP dungeons completed in the next, like, 30 minutes.
Yeah. All right, paying the monkey. Andy's now got access into Palace of Darkness. There's quite a few chests that are available in here. Already having the bow, even if this first chest is not a small key, we have full access to go through and complete most of this logically. I'm sure that Andy will finish it out, even with the dark rooms. Oh, misses that hammer dash, but Small key in the first chest here means that it is not bow locked, at least.
But we got up. Okay. With a lot
Though-
of HP.
Yeah. And not heading towards Mickey Mouse since they know that it's just a missile pack. I hate this room.
Oh, he is really far behind the lava. He might not. Yeah, he can't do it now.
Nope.
Yeah, without high jump boots, this is very difficult. Yeah, it's really hard to do like it. This seed is actually very difficult on the Super Metroid side. I want to make a very solid point that this is quite abnormal for normal mode, requiring multiple lawn IBJs, as well as some pretty difficult jumping and platforming. But he's still getting through it. I mean, he hasn't given up yet.
Yo, there's our lamp. So that fully puts Palace of Darkness into logic.
That's always a fun thing to find in Palace. I think I was trying to think of anything else, but unfortunately that is their progression. We've pretty much has that confirmed at this point. On the plus side, Kama doesn't know exactly that there's as many people. So he commented saying, "Oh, the worst part is being in front of 1,000 people." Well, Kama doesn't actually know the amount of people. The average SME LTTP race does get around 500, 600 people watching, but this one, obviously being late at night and very popular game, it's going to have a little bit of a higher average viewer count.
Tournament hype.
Got 2. And while we're just clearing out these kill.
Oh my gosh.
Headshot. Wow, yeah, more LTTP. Hera's open now.
Yes. As well as Paradox Cave, Hookshot Cave. We'll be able to find more information about Turtle Rock. Potentially, we are only 3 items, maybe 4, from Go Mode. I always forget flippers. So we're 4, maybe 5.
Right. One of the things that I want to kind of make a shout out to is both the ALTTP tournament going on right now on Speed Gaming, as well as the SM Randomizer tournament taking place on Speed Gaming, SRL, and Randomizer League, which is the channel name for the SM Randomizer League that's going on. If you are enjoying the SM side of this, then that is a great channel and tournament to follow.
And of course, make sure that you guys give our runners a follow so that you can watch their continued progress throughout this 1v1 Swiss 5-round stage of the tournament before heading into brackets. We'll see how these runners fare and where they end up. All right, so one more. Kamadora, you got this.
Run,
This is
run,
the one. This is the one.
run. Yes, we're up there. Okay,
Yes.
Just don't fall. If you fall, you are so very dead.
Awesome. Nicely done.
Okay, not over that guy. Is he gonna kill? Nope. Andy, for some reason, sat and killed that last pirate for the good minute it takes to kill him.
Okay, not a minute.
It was quite interesting though to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not gonna go kill Ridley. Right away, at least.
Thinking that he may be just hoping for a vanilla E-tank to get him some extra energy.
Joke's on him! The vanilla E-tank is at Ridley!
Indeed. Yo, that deep boost from the Firefly. Really nice.
That was actually really good.
Alright, one single arrow to the rupee there on Helmasaur King in Palace of Darkness for Andy. Gonna finish that off. Alright, and that is Andy's third crystal. Still quite a few items from Go Mode, but also with a pretty sizable lead. Anything can happen. Yo, Andy with this
Waffle
cool
House!
shot.
Sorry, we both got really happy with different things.
Yeah.
Every time I see Waffle House.
Alright, Paradox Cave. First chest, Pack-a-Bomb. Second chest, a Grapple. So, Shack Tool?
So that means that we are 100% logically... Oh no, we still can't logically beat SM technically because 10 escapes from...
We can now.
Oh, okay, alright. That's...
You know, Space Jump just likes to jump out there and be like, hello, I'm here, let's do it. Alright, Super Metroid Go mode as Andy hovers the Paradox Cave gap.
Ah, yes. The 2 hours in not Go mode Paradox Cave.
Well, Super Metroid Go mode Paradox Cave. So it's kind of a Go mode. Alright, so having picked up Lamp in Palace of Darkness, if the big key is not in these first item checks, at least we'll be able to check the Hera basement. Check the hint. Do it, Andy. Aw.
You won't make that mistake twice on one stream?
Alright, so big key there in the chest for Tower of Hera. Not gonna have to dip into the basement unless possibly we find that small key and not our next item. Okay, well, there's a small key. And one item. Item number 2. Alright, Moldorm. You gonna be a bully today? Just give us the item we need. Very nice, Moldorm by Andy. and our second item. So the map is locked in the Hera basement. Won't have to make that check today. All right, and heading back to the East Death Mountain, probably check, yep, Spiral Cave here, and then back into the Dark World to check Super Bunny, Hookshot Cave, as well as Turtle Rock. It would be really lovely if Turtle Rock was an Ether Medallion, and Cane of Samaria is in Hookshot Cave. Or right there.
Very good.
Great. Okay, Cane of Samaria. Nice find. Kamadora, finishing up with Ridley. Did Kama not head back into Castle this game? Wow.
No, they did.
Still don't have charge?
Did they not? No, maybe they didn't.
Oh, I'll have to watch and see if I spot them do a charge. Interesting. All right, 2 more chests here coming up on Super Bunny Cave. A bee and Quake. There you go. Oh yeah, he threw the man at the man. Of course he got Charge Beam.
Yes.
Thank you, Maniacal in chat, for reminding us. We were too hype about the man throwing that we forgot about the Charge Beam. Very nice.
Just so, like, it was also that we actually never saw, like, there was also a freeze when he picked up the items, so.
Yeah. Yo! The butter sword.
And a reserve tank. My favorite item.
Bombos required for Turtle Rock. So the only medallion that we haven't picked up yet is what we need for Turtle Rock.
Sounds pretty usual.
All right, so having picked up Quake in the Super Bunny Cave, not gonna have to require that. No Fire Rod, still can't enter Ice Palace or Skullwoods. Need flippers. So, what do we have left?
What do we have left? Not much.
We don't have book. Can't do mirror to desert. I mean, I guess we can go into Mire. Maybe Mire's the play. What if something awesome is on Green Pendant? I guess we have all of Meridia, and there's definitely quite a few items in there.
That is where Andy is going.
Yeah. All right, gonna get a short charge here to check the Main Street missiles. The first of missiles. Aero capacity upgrade in the area above Main Street missiles. The crab supers, I believe. Oh gosh. Empty your reserves right now, Kama. You gotta make it out of Lower Norfair with that Moon Pearl. You got this. All right. Mama Turtle holding a... Oh, I missed the one above. I'll have to check that on the restream. But also a arrow capacity upgrade on the wall. Ah, big 20 above Mama Turtle. And Annie heading towards a Sandy Beaches location and the Wishing Well. Some more arrows. Just in case he needed to go back to Eastern with no arrows. He's got 10 now. Alright, I think Kama's made it. He's got reserve tanks as well as just the energy here. Just gotta make it through this little hallway with no enemies in it to the wave beam area. And then he can save in Bubble Mountain. So I think we're good. Yes!
You did it. You did it, yay!
Final 2 items here, the Wishing Well. I believe that's actually vanilla missiles and super missiles.
I believe so.
Nice find. And then we'll be heading over to Aqueduct after this. All right, Kamadora, Moon Pearl in hand, heading over to Link to the Past. Going to be able to go through and clear up some of their dungeons here. Yo, magic cape for that wave beam here in the Aqueduct
Nice.
speed booster area.
I'm gonna save right after getting that.
All right, Kamadora getting their map check so they know exactly what to look for. They are right here next to Thieves Town inside a Village of Outcasts, so hopefully they'll dip into that very quickly and grab their gravity suit. Missiles and the fire rod!
Wow. Well, okay, so
Whoa.
one of these pits are useful.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that we will probably see Andy come back after he's killed Dragon to the sand pit to pick up that fire rod. With the grapple beam in hand, if there's progression on the right side sand pit as well, like the mirror or flippers, he may decide to drop down, pick those up, check Shack Tool, and then head on to Dragon. We'll see. Oh,
Mhm.
no, he's not going to check right side. Okay.
It's not that he couldn't get fire rod, then it's that he didn't want to. He has to do this anyway.
Yeah, he'll definitely be coming back to this area on his way out of Meridia. So he's just going to wait to pick up the item so that he doesn't have to reroute all the way back just to head to the boss. Nice. Gets the mid-armorph there to grab the Botchwoon E-Tank, which today is some super missiles. Space jump makes this room so easy. Somehow I still managed to mess it up, but Andy makes it look like a walk in the park.
So, it's actually, honestly, deceivingly, like, it's a deceiving trick, like, to keep that going.
Yeah. I think that I tend to like go a little bit slower perhaps, and then the Machtroids tick me for a bit of damage or something, and then it interrupts the space jump or something. I'm not sure.
I wonder if he's which technique to kill he's gonna go for. It looks like short charge.
Yep, that appears to be the case. Oh, and grapple. Bzzz. Very nice, done. Only drains a little bit of your health to kill off Dragon that way. What?
I'm lurking.
What?
I think Andy still had his notification sound on. Whoops.
Whoops.
I was really confused how all of a sudden we were inside of the fortune teller.
Okay, I had to like look at the other stream and make sure that they weren't on and that both audios weren't on, but no, that's definitely Andy's alerts. Like, I do now that I've realized that it's his alerts. I knew that was his Twitch alert is the chess game, so no, it's really good. And the fact that he had to pause and realize that it was still on. Oh, very good. It happens to everyone, folks. I kind of want to know who did it, but I don't want to encourage it, so I wouldn't say the name. Did you check the other side? Is this the other side? I can't remember which one you checked.
Yes, so this is the right side he's checking now. E-Tank. Oh, nice to pick that up. Kamadora finishing up with Blind, gonna grab their gravity suit. And a red boomerang. Go to Shacktool, yeah! Since we are still looking for flippers and mirror, it's not a terrible idea. There are still 2 items available in Skull Woods as well. Ice Palace, also a pendant, but the Fire Rod for Turtle Rock, needing Bombos, doesn't get you too far. Kamadora doing the dig game. I was gonna say, pick up the cash, man. You get a $20 bonus for it's like going to eat and paying, but getting a free gift card. Alright, Shack Tool is big 20.
Aww.
Aw, and he lets Shack Tool live. Yeah. I knew Andy was one of the good guys.
I just like how if you... Oh, sorry. I just like how if you type chat tool a specific way in chat, you just instead post the email.
Yeah. And he's going to check the plasma beam location and then I think just head back to the left side sand pit and head out of Meridia. But that does complete all 4 bosses in Super Metroid for Andy, so he is able to go through and finish up Super Metroid now, though most runners, I've said this lately, but it seems like every time I do, somebody decides that they want to go through and finish Super Metroid first.
Yeah, most runners opt not to. I thought it was going to happen today in the Ivan match, just as they literally completed Super Metroid 100%. Except for like except for like Durian, and no, it didn't happen. So.
All right, so normally you have to have Plasma Beam to kill these silly space pirates, but doing a pseudo charge or a pseudo screw attack like this will get the job done. So you just do a charge beam and then a space jump, and it acts kind of the similar action as a screw attack. So
it doesn't have to be space jump. It can just be any spin jump.
Yeah, that's true.
Screw.
But space jump's nice to have to get out of that room anyways.
Yes.
All right, so Andy's just gonna head out of here and then drop back down to the left side sand pit and get out of here. This is kind of a backwards way that you would normally ever come this way, because you would come through this door after killing Dragon to go check Plasma, but it works for the purpose that Andy's doing. And just to correct, Marith 018 in chat, Kamadora did actually pick up the tempered sword in Lower Norfair, but that was before a couple of resets that they had to do because of the amphitheater escape without high jump boots. So they have had tempered in the past, and they will likely get tempered again when they make a stop into Hookshot Cave, but for now they're still back reverted to Master Sword. All right, Andy coming over here. Spring Ball in hand. It's really easy to get to these items with Spring Ball. But he'll just be picking up... Oh, he's going to go for wall jumps. Or not. Okay. But he'll just pick up his fire rod and head out of Meridia.
Still no high jump boots.
Yeah. We also need the blue shoes and the mirror. Alright, Kamadora here is definitely going to be picking up some great progression items in Palace of Darkness. I believe Hookshot is the one that will be the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Andy going for a Shrine Spark. Oh, no. Looked like he was doing a charge, but never mind. Alright, X-ray could also potentially hold one of our go mode items. Yep, that's you want to go back and get those.
Oh. I'm surprised we haven't been here yet. That's, Huh.
Could have had that for a while. So that puts Swamp Palace in logic now, so we're able to finish that out. Really need, well, I guess still need Mirror for Swamp Palace. Womp womp, never mind.
You mentioned, oh wait, no, that's X-ray item. Never mind, that's completely different. No, that has been impossible for a while.
Yeah.
So.
So, Tom Alone in chat saying, "What is this? A Link to the Past random with a Metroid random after it?" No, it is a combo randomizer where both games are linked together by 4 location entrances, so you can transition between the games, and items from both games are randomized between both games. You'll see Andy here in a second. It's gonna wait. I was gonna say wrong door, Andy. But it allows you to play both games together. Items are randomized between each game, and you have to beat both games in order for it to complete.
How long have flavors been available actually since we found space? Or grapple actually? It's around the same time.
Grapple and yes, they were
Space,
both
we're
in
pretty much on
Paradox
the
Tower.
mountain. Yeah, so.
Could have dipped Pod quite early after getting, of course, the Moon Pearl, but that pretty much is where the hookshot was, which gave us our Death Mountain access to then make it over to Paradox Cave. So
I believe that somebody has asked chat, will there be other variations added to this randomizer? I believe that Key Sanity is the one that's currently in development. The plan would be essentially, it wouldn't be done until there's some way to add keys, quote unquote, to Metroid. Probably in the form of a different ammo type that would be used on certain doors.
yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how they end up mapping Key Sanity into Super Metroid, especially where I think they're planning to have some sort of gated eye doors before each boss that would require that you have a certain item before being able to kill the eye door before getting to a boss, kind of similarly to like finding the big key of a dungeon for Link to the Past.
Right. Yeah, that is the idea. Like some kind of either missile, like new missile type, or similar thing. Or just like, reprogram the doors in some way. Like, there's Metroid hacking is quite extensive. Like the game is very mapped out for hacking and ROM hacks and such. Unlike ALTTP, which is not. ALTTP is extremely difficult to hack properly. Which comes with the fact that ALTTP was programmed with shoestring and school glue, and Super Metroid was programmed after as a love project from people.
All right, a couple of items here on the left side of Misery Mire. There's only 2 actual items available in Mire, and that is the second item because we got a arrow capacity upgrade or a I mean, I think it was just, I think it was a capacity upgrade or 10 arrows. I can't remember. But Andy's still chugging along. I don't know if he missed that he got both items. Oh, there he goes. He remembers now. All right, so Ice Palace and Skull Woods are both open for Andy right now. Kamadora finishing up with Palace of Darkness, getting their next crystal as well. Hopefully that will point them in the direction of East Death Mountain so that they can hop into Paradox Cave and get their continued progression.
It is Dream Pendant, though. It had a slightly more value to finish in, but still not very valuable.
True. There are 2 items remaining here in the back of Skullwoods. Well, 2 items in general in Skullwoods. We're still looking for the big key as well, so that could technically be locked inside of the big chest in Skullwoods since it's not required to get to Mothula. All right, Kamadora is doing the thing and heading over to Paradox Cave. Going to be picking up their grapple beam as well as space jump.
I'm surprised Andy remembers he has a sword with how much swordless he's had to play in the last bit.
Yeah. The fall tournament definitely throws a lot of wrenches in because of the format that they're playing where you can choose swordless, inverted, all dungeons, defeat Ganon, key sanity, not key sanity. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. All right. Hey, there's the mirror.
That's convenient.
Yes. So pretty much Andy is at this moment 1 item away from go mode. Still looking for that Bombos tablet.
Yeah, but I mean, at
Bombos
this,
medallion.
essentially all he has to do is just keep playing the crystal dungeons, and he should be fine.
Yeah.
The mirror is
More than
gonna unlock the
likely.
next 2.
Yes, between Desert Palace and Swamp Palace, more than likely going to be fighting the Bombos tablet there. I keep saying tablet, I mean medallion. It's pretty late for me. Now I'm usually like asleep in bed, but Andy looking to, oh, he remembers the wave beam. Yeah, I wouldn't have any issues with picking up wave either. Wave beam's nice to have, especially in combination with charge and ice.
Yeah.
Still would love to also find plasma. That could be in Ganon's tower.
Yeah, with the current specific item set that they have, wave is a significant boost of power, which will save a lot of time on Mother Brain, making it so that you're not having to just like, yeah, it's worth that time that's spent there to grab it. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah, since you were already
Purely
over
off
here.
Mother Brain. Plasma can be in GT because it's not required to beat any of the Golden 4.
Yes.
Ice and charge can't be there, but the other beams can be.
All right, Kamadora heading to our next crystal dungeon in Tower of Hera. And Andy kind of has his options open to him as far as choosing between Desert Palace and Swamp Palace. I think ideally, Swamp Palace you would want to save for last. I know it has more items in it, but it's a lot better to do go mode if you can. So if he's able to find the Vamos medallion inside of... Oh, he's going to do... Okay. I mean, this isn't a bad play. You could head over with Flute and Mirror and make this quite quick once you pick up the last couple items here.
Yeah. I think he hasn't chipped anything in this kind of corner here. So
Yeah, just hammer beds.
Ice is not required for the Metroids, logically. I think it's either ice or 3 power bombs, which means that there's no technical logical requirement.
Yeah.
Just Turian has no items.
Normally, I think it's 15, so 3 power bomb packs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 3 power bomb packs.
Okay.
Nope, just apps. Only the items that are absolutely required for the G4 are locked from GT to prevent LTTP bias. Because there's a lot of item spots. There's 27 possible spots in for Super Metroid items in GT. So it was Morph Ball and other important items were being stuck in GT way too often, making it just too awful. I want to say that Ice is one of the ones that can't be in GT for some reason.
Ice can logically be required for other things like Meridia or even
yes.
like Red Tower climb and stuff. So I don't believe that it can be inside of Ganon Tower.
Yeah, Ice is actually super important for progression sometimes.
All right, Kamadora is going to check the Turtle Rock medallion and then head into Hookshot Cave here to pick up their 3rd or technically 4th sword. They'll know where the 4th sword is at least. Alright, so Desert Palace is not boots locked, which is fine, because we've had boots for a pretty good time. Pretty good amount of time.
And he's still looking for the Bombos.
All right, so which method? Looks like he's already got Fire Rod selected. Probably will stick to Fire Rod. It's pretty quick with Lamolus.
We're about to see this here. And then after this, obviously Swamp. He's trying to avoid it, to go mode it, but it's not going to happen today.
Did we get all the items? Oh, okay. And he switched to Mirror, but he needs to switch to Flute.
Well, Kamadora hasn't actually been in Meridia. Going to the Red Tower Energy Station, I believe. Red tower energy.
Cool. And just a red rupee in the checkerboard cave. So Andy's going to be heading over to Swamp Palace now. All right, so draining the moat here around the little sewers entrance allows the water to fill up inside of Swamp Palace so that we're able to progress inside and go in and complete the dungeon. This first chest will always have the small key needed to get through the door unless you're playing Key Sanity. So that can be a little tricky if you're ever playing in a different version of the Link to the Past randomizer.
Yeah, and this dungeon does not need a big key. All of its other small keys are found throughout the dungeon. Hey, hi, Jump Boots. How are you doing?
Oh, that's a really nice item to find. Especially nice before having to go into Torian.
And moving along, which shots can be used to steal this key here. Both runners do. Oh no, never mind. Kamadora doing regular missiles. Runners will usually, if there's exactly one item left, he is skipping left side in case he doesn't have to.
Yo!
Oh, there it is! Then that's
There it
why
is.
you skip left side when you only have one item left. In case it's there, and then you can just go mode the rest of the dungeon.
There it is. Andy officially enters go mode at 2 hours, 39 minutes, and 41 seconds.
Yeah, with 2 LTTP dungeons left, GT and Turian left to go.
Yes, pedestal's very much dead, for sure. Nothing remaining that can be on pedestal that we really care about. Oof, big key on Argus. Mega Mac X in chat saying book on pet, is that possible? Yes, it is. And if you
It
then
is a
use
paradox.
if you use the book afterwards to read what the pedestal text says, it literally says, "This is a paradox."
I want to say it actually says it with like a question mark.
Yeah. Like, this is a oh, is this a paradox? My bad.
Yes, is this a paradox? That's right.
All right, Andy, gonna be able to go mode through Turtle Rock. We'll see this happening very quickly. How many seeds exist? I'm pretty sure that there's an infinite number of seeds that could be created.
I mean, not technically infinite, but yes, infinite.
All right, so we're going to be looking for that big key as well as several other, a minimum of 3 small keys to get through Turtle Rock. We may need to find all 4.
We found a thing.
We found a thing, huh?
The book. Completely useless, but we found it.
Yeah, pretty much with everything that we would want within either game. Besides plasma, I don't think that we will see anybody checking anything with the book. Right. I think we're still looking for at least one more small key.
At this point, we are just seeing Andy execute as well as we can, and we are, hey, at least both runners shut duel.
Yeah, it's true. So one more small key required to access Trinix. There could be one locked in the big chest of Turtle Rock, but hopefully it's just here on Laser Bridge. Last chest. Whew. Saved by the bridge. All right, Draenix coming up as our final Link to the Past boss before heading into Ganon's Tower. Buttersword makes this fight so easy. 3 slashes per head, and we're on to the final phase. If you time the explosions, you can get the double hit off of the first swing there, and just one more slash to Draenix's head, and you are done.
Yeah, every fighting LTTB essentially is trivialized at this point.
And Andy picks up his final 7th crystal for A Link to the Past, and that officially opens up Ganon's Tower for him, which also, for us, starts our favorite game, the Ganon Tower Big Key Guessing Game. 22 chests available within A Link to the Past. Go ahead and throw your guesses into chat about where you think your big key is going to be for the night. I usually guess chest number 9 or the Fire Snake Room, depending on the routing. What do you usually guess on this?
I usually just guess 1, whatever that happens to be.
Lucky. That would be nice for our runners. All right, this will be Ending's first chest is a single rupee. Next chest is a big 20. So you guessed a single rupee today, so that's a good job.
Oh, well, that's okay.
You get a single rupee for your efforts. All right, Bob's torch today is a single key. So we'll pick that up because we'll need a couple for our adventures through Ganon's Tower here. All right. Chests 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right. Next stop, the fire bar room. Not chest number 8. All right, so coming up, chest number 9 or the fire snake room. This will be my guess. It tends to almost always be a small key, but I always just say I win because I guess that a key was there, but it's just not the right key. Oh, not even a key today. All right. Chest 10, 11, 12, and 13 coming up in what we affectionately call the rando room, simply because nobody really ever came to this room, or most people never even knew about its existence until the randomizer. All right, chest 13. And now, big key. Gonna be heading over to Bob's chest, chest number 14. All right, Kamadora finishing up with their final Super Metroid boss. They are pretty much also in Super Metroid Go mode. They're going to find those high jump boots and probably be happy for it. Definitely helps out with the escape in Super Metroid. Chest number 14, 50 rupees, heading on to the vanilla location of the Big Key in Ganon's Tower behind Ice Armos.
Okay, and in the Ice Armos room, we are getting a small key. And that's about.
Yes, so I guess we'll be heading full right. Could be tile room. We'll have to see if Andy decides to check tile room before finishing off the final chests on the right side over here. All right, no tile room until the end. Oh, the blueberry's getting in the way. I hate those little bugs. All right, here we go. Next batch, heart piece, super missiles, heart piece. The compass is tile room. Wow. Wow, what a seed. All right, so first person to guess chest number 22 is not to see. No Tosi. I don't know how you say that, but congratulations, GG, you win.
Yay!
All right, so on to the Ganon Tower climb as Kamadora dips into Misery Mire, still looking for that Bombos medallion and mirror. Hopefully they keep a good count of their items while going through Misery Mire here and they don't end up full clearing everything so that they can head over to Skullwoods to pick up their mirror and then head over to Swamp Palace to pick up their Bombos medallion. Did they get flippers yet? Is that why they're...
I think so.
I have to keep an eye out on their menuing. No flippers yet, says Iris, our tracker. Yikes. Well, I mean, of course, Marith. And he has flippers. I was talking about Kamadora. We know that flippers are at the X-ray location, so... Alright, Kamadora is progressing a little bit further into Misery Mire, so I think they are thinking it could be Pedestal, but I don't know. All right, nice torch room number 1 by Andy. Just gonna grab the magic refill here. And finishes off with the torch rooms there. Still opening up a couple chests. He's got charge beam, but plasma would be amazing. Yo, all right. Perfect. Just what we wanted. And Andy, with his usual tricks and swag sticks, does the hover.
And added 2, just a bit of geometry.
Couple good hits in there, but a weird pattern there for a couple of them. All right. Finishing up with Aga 2, on to the Ganon fight. Alright, dropping into the Ganon fight here. With Butter Sword, it's 6 slashes per phase. Or a couple dashes, depending on how you want to do it.
Yeah.
Alright, on to phase 3. Couple more hits here. 1 silver arrow. Dashing down here. Getting the torch glitch, of course. 2 more arrows. Just 1 more hit to finish this up. Don't fall off the bridge. Don't fall off the bridge.
Fall off the bridge is bad.
Ooh, Kamadora is going to turn in the green pendant. We'll see what the item is. Ah, bombs. All right, 1G in chat for Andy, finishing up with Link to the Past. Still got 1 more boss to finish up. Ah, and Andy, remembering the good old plasma beam, switching over to the menu to turn that on. The reason that the games don't automatically equip plasma when you pick up plasma or spacer actually in A Link to the Past is that if by some crazy magic you happen to have both plasma and spacer equipped at the same time, it breaks stuff. So it's set to not actually equip either of those beams automatically when you pick them up unless you are in Super Metroid when you acquire them. Alright, so Ice Beam. Super great against these silly little aliens. Oh, but misses the shot there on that one. Still gets it.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh yeah, and gets the shake off. That's actually pretty hard to do.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'd have to use power bombs at that point.
Yeah, Metroid's deadly predators, very easily frozen.
I also just noticed that Andy did not refill when he came back into Super Metroid. Not that he has to worry about his ammo or anything with the Charge Plasma Ice Wave, but... Oh no, Kamadora got snagged by the Wallmaster. Alright. Not getting the baby skip, but I don't know if he was seriously trying for it. I'm sure that he planned to probably fill his health up anyways, since he was already below 7 energy tanks in case he decides to go for the stand-up glitch. Alright. Zeb skip. Looks like he's going for it. Nice. Alright, so on to the first phase of Mother Brain. Nice, getting the jump right into the glass there.
Yep.
On to phase 2.
That is a good thing to do when you have full health and everything and you know how to do it. Just get stuck in there, and then just unload.
It's really nice to do with missiles rather than super missiles because they have a faster fire rate, so you can get more hits off that you need to complete that phase. Alright, so Ice, Charge, Plasma, Wave Beam, the best combo that you can have in the game. Definitely takes Mother Brain down. I think it's like 24 charge shots. 20, 24, I can't remember. He's not going for the stand-up glitch, so... Alright, so a quick coffee break while the baby Metroid drains Mother Brain and also refills Samus for Andy. Kamadora finishing up with one of their last available dungeons in Link to the Past until they go back to pick up those flippers. Still looking for the Bombos medallion.
And with that, we will be seeing the escape and finale for this race from Andy's side.
I'm not actually sure how much time stand-up glitch saves. Maybe a minute?
It depends on the beams you have.
Yeah, I think with the beam combo that Andy has, it's quite a bit of time because you can generally get Mother Brain dead like immediately at the same time that the baby Metroid dies. So you skip this entire section or this phase 4.
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, like people are saying, it's upwards of like 6-7 seconds. It still matters.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Usually you just shoot 1 or 2 beams and then suddenly the mama is dead.
I was thinking it was a lot longer than that, but what do I know?
It's such a fast fight. Like the set phase is actually trivial, so. And that's roughly, this would be a like sub 310. So still a good time.
Yeah, this will be sub 310. Kamadora finishing up with Desert, getting their final crystal for the items that they have currently.
Can we actually just agree that hitting Mother Brain with hypers is satisfying no matter what?
Yeah,
it's
for
not,
sure.
It's not satisfying your first casual play. Yeah.
Every time.
It's extremely satisfying to annihilate Mother Brain every time.
All right, coming up on the moment. Save. Nope.
Most likely Tilted is a race and it's
Yeah.
for money. Not for money / not a race. Yeah, maybe. When you had Morse Ball at in North Fair State. With that, he is done.
Andy finishing with an official SRL time, first place at 3 hours, 8 minutes, and 19 seconds. And immediately following, Kamadora does forfeit.
Yeah. There's no tiebreakers for time. So, yeah. I guess we'll bring Andy in for an interview.
Welcome, hello, Andy. GG.
Hey, GG.
That was some required Norfair stuff.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. I was super worried for a while about Spore Spot Super that I forgot because I didn't have enough power bombs. Thankfully, it was nothing.
Yeah, there was a lot. There's a lot there. It was very interesting.
But yeah, overall, that I couldn't figure out what else I had left. I almost went to Aghanim without a lamp. And then I was like, what's left? And then I was like, oh god, I have various suit and I can go into Lower Norfair. Let's do it.
Yeah, and you did very well.
Yeah, I did not realize how much the game required IBJ sometimes. I've actually never just encountered the required IBJs in Lower Norfair, so that was new to see.
Yeah, the jump in worst room in the game is like super tight without high jump boots. So I gave it a couple shots and said meh.
Yeah, I did see that you had frozen the final gold pirate in that room, but then you used the power bomb and that finished him off. Sometimes having that space pirate froze at the top of the screen at the right place makes that jump a little bit easier, but it's still pretty tight and quite hard to do.
Yeah, overall, I think it went pretty well.
Also, I love your muscle memory of checking the Eastern Palisade.
Oh, God.
Yeah, just in case you didn't know, you need the bow to kill the red Igor at the end of the castle, Andy.
He called me a derpy. But yeah, other than that, it was definitely a fun scene to play. Flipper's location was pretty good. that was like my last location I had left in Super Metroid, I think. So I just said, man, let's just get it over with and just let Super Metroid rest, and then it was Flippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we kept trying to think how early could you have gotten that, because not before Moon Pearl, of course, but getting Grapple and Space Jump both in Paradox Cave was probably really the only time that it opened up that way. You could have deboosted or used the Ice Beam to get there, but
Would have been a long time.
yeah.
And it's hard. I've seen people spend a very long time on that deboost. Thank you very much for the race, you and Kama. I'm pretty sure that most of us are on the East Coast.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
Yeah. we don't need to hold you up anymore.
Yeah,
but,
feel free. You got a lot of tournament matches in the next little bit.
But yeah, great execution, really well routed. Overall, it did super good. It was very fun to watch.
Yeah, thanks. GG's again. Thank you guys for staying up late with me and commentating, and thanks for restream and tracking and all that jazz.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for racing.
And this was doing like a constant 1K the whole time, so lots of people staying up late to watch this / waking up early. So thank you everyone for watching, and thank you Andy and Kama for racing.
So,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say good luck to Kamadora and Andy in the future on their next round of runs for next week. Thank you, Zelnus, for commentating with me this evening. It was pretty late. It's definitely past my bedtime, but it was a good time.
But yeah, there are tons of races on the schedule. If people ask them for other late night races, I believe that there are more late night races on the schedule actually, so do not fear. But yeah, we're going to cut it here, and thank you very much.
Yep. So make sure to check the schedule for upcoming races starting tomorrow. I believe we've got one starting at 3:30 p.m. Eastern is the next scheduled race for our upcoming tournament. So be back here for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great evening, everybody.
Something that's mission.
See ya.